Episode 4 of 4400 didn't grab my attention as much. It felt very CW and soap opera at times, but it gave us a lot of information. It was quite enjoyable and left us wanting more. Even though the episode was called That LaDonna Life and it was focused on LaDonna's backstory, we still learned a lot about the other characters. The episode opens with Hayden, Mildred, and LaDonna sitting at a table. LaDonna is breaking down everyone's role as she sees it and setting up a romance between Mildred and Hayden that I have to admit, I did not see coming. Mildred doesn't know what reality TV is, and Hayden doesn't know what a TV is. According to LaDonna, Shanice is the rebel, Reverend Isaiah is the golden boy, Millie and Hayden are the will they won't they couple, and LaDonna is the star of the show. Meanwhile, Shanice is talking to her daughter, and we find out that Hayden opened the door for Mariah. Shanice hugs Mariah and sees a memory of Mariah with her stepmom. They talk, they argue, and Mariah storms off. There's a crowd gathering outside and Shanice tells LaDonna about her daughter. LaDonna tells Shanice and Dr. Dre that Hayden can see the future. Steve the guard told LaDonna that there's going to be a press event, and LaDonna says she doesn't remember much about when she was taken. She flashes back to filming her reality show. She wants to go to college for computer science, but her mom is against it because she needs to milk that ex-wife franchise fame. It comes back to current time and the guard yells at them to get to breakfast. Meanwhile, Hayden and Mildred are having breakfast with a lady and the quality of food has greatly diminished. Hayden and the lady are playing chess on paper. Noah comes running in super excited because Mildred told him it will be Hayden's birthday tomorrow. Hayden says he'll be 91. That gives us an idea of when he was taken. Noah decides to plan a party. Hayden says he doesn't like his birthday because there never is much to celebrate when you're locked up. So, was Hayden previously locked up when he was taken? I guess we'll find out. Jarrell draws 2 on the clock on the wall and Saraya tells him that there is no CCTV of someone drawing the clock. They enter a conference room for a briefing. We meet Carla Coleman from the mayor's office. She and Jarrell have a past. She's in charge of spinning the 4400 to the press. Keisha and Jarrell have to pick an ambassador to represent the 4400. They have to make the place nice for the press. Jarrell shows Clara the clock, but she thinks Jarrell is obsessed and the clock is not a real lead. We learn that Jarrell lost a job while trying to find his brother money. Keisha's girlfriend threatens to fire Jarrell if he doesn't give the prepared speech to the press. Keisha and Jarrell interview the 4400 to find an ambassador, but no one wants to be the press ambassador. Claudette is reading them for filth, asking them if the position is paid, and Shanice is straight up reciting the penal code. They didn't even ask Noah to be the ambassador because, come on, there's still a bruise on his face. Dr. Dre examines Noah and Noah asks him to get his medicine because he's trans. Dr. Dre asks Noah if he hides being trans. His mind is blown when he finds out that Noah is out. He cautions Noah that he should not sing when he is nervous to keep his ability under wraps. LaDonna tells Claudette about her plan to get them to pick her to be the ambassador. They walk over to where Reverend Isaiah is leading a prayer. After the prayer, he announces Hayden's birthday party, then asks Claudette for help. She reads him for filth again. Another quiet midnight moment between Shanice and Dr. Dre. Shanice shares about her power with him, her fears of being a bad mom, and he shares that they need to learn more so they can control their abilities. Mariah asks her dad to read the letter from her mom and confesses that she went to see her mom. Dr. Dre asks Jarrell for some medical text so he can be more up to date in his medical knowledge and also asks him for Noah's medication. LaDonna tries to sell Keisha on the idea of using her as a press ambassador. She asks for her phone back and it just appears on a side table, but Keisha can't see it. She promises to ask for supervised phone time for LaDonna in return for doing the press. Flashback to Miami, where LaDonna is filming the pilot for her reality series. She asks a crew member to tidy up the cables on a stage at the edge of a rooftop terrace or balcony so that no one trips or gets hurt. Her mom interrupts, telling LaDonna that such concerns are beneath her and to come away from the window because you can't afford to get any darker. Oh my, the colorism. We come back to current day where LaDonna is getting ready for the press conference. She wishes she had some accessories, and just like that, a necklace appears on her neck. The others are in a common area where the guards are frantically cleaning and service staff are preparing to serve a lobster dinner. This guard is not happy to be cleaning. Claudette and some of the other returnees are mad at LaDonna for agreeing to do the press events. Several medical personnel are taking Noah away. They claim it's for his treatment, but Dr. Dre is confused because everyone else has been treated at the hotel. Noah starts humming and Dr. Dre reminds him to hide his talent. Carla leads the press briefing and then turns it over to LaDonna. LaDonna is in her element and handles the press adeptly. When Jarrell goes off script from his prepared statement, LaDonna quickly steps in. She learns from the press that her mom told everyone she went to rehab when she went missing. Keisha's girlfriend, Agent What's-Her-Name, wants to fire Jarrell, and Carla is also mad at him. Carla tells Jarrell that he's hurting her job. Agent What's-Her-Name doesn't give LaDonna her phone, and LaDonna flashes back to Miami and the reality show filming. LaDonna's godmother shows up at the dinner or whatever was going on, but she's there to create manufactured drama with LaDonna's mom because LaDonna's mom doesn't believe LaDonna can carry a show on her own. Like she says, they're here to bring the drama. LaDonna is not happy and the crew keeps giving her drinks. Jarrell is at his brother's Manny's apartment, and this drawing on Manny's fridge is really interesting. Did y'all even catch that? I have so many questions about Manny. Keisha finds him in the apartment. She gives him a pep talk and promises to try to save his job. Meanwhile, our favorite guard drags Shanice into a room to talk to her daughter and her ex-husband. Mariah reads the letter and they make up and hug. Jarrell brings his brother's medical books for Dr. Dre. He says Manny was not a doctor and describes him as a polymath, which is defined as a person of wide-ranging knowledge or learning. He talks about how he saw a green light the night his brother went missing. Soraya takes LaDonna into a room where she reveals that she is a major stan and also found the pilot of That LaDonna Life online. She also shares that she hoped LaDonna had gone off to college to study computer science. While LaDonna watches the show, she flashes back to her final moments before she was taken. We see that she went to tidy up the wires on the stage. She tripped and fell off the building into a flash of green light. We come back to present day where LaDonna says, "I will bring that real life drama." We cut to Hayden's party where Claudette is impressed that Reverend Isaiah followed through with the party. LaDonna uses her ability to light the candle, which is on a lobster. Hayden's birthday wish is that he wishes Noah was there. I really would like to know where they took Noah and what they're doing to him. Keisha's girlfriend gets a phone call. She tells Keisha that Jarrell is not going to be fired because they want to save face. A fight ensues and we find out that Keisha and her girlfriend have been together for 6 months. Back at the party, Mildred gives Noah a chess set that she made for his birthday present. They hug, they kiss, and he calls her Millie now. Meanwhile, LaDonna goes to see Dr. Dre in his room. She tells him what happened when he disappeared. He says, "It would be a mighty loss, a woman of your intellect." He asks her for help studying DNA in Manny's medical books. A mysterious paper falls out of the books. LaDonna recognizes it as COBOL computer codes, but she doesn't really understand what it does. They show us Jor-El walking past the clock drawing on the wall, leaving us with more questions. Is Manny the mastermind behind the 4400? Meanwhile, Mariah is practicing fencing in her room. She gets a message on her phone. It's a video from LaDonna of security cam footage of the 4400. LaDonna asks her to help get that video out. She puts it on social media. Dun 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 dun! Cliffhanger ending. What was your favorite moment from last week's episode of the 4400? See y'all tomorrow for my 4400 live stream. Shout out to my members. Shout out to my patrons. Bye y'all.